So, after all of that, the little wolf ended up taking its sheep and running away into the sunset where they lived happily ever after. And that is the story. Mr. Penguin? When we meant by a lecture, we did not mean by a story. And that is not the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf story. There are no sheeps in it. Well, you can't blame me, Vaporeon, for growing up with lies and everything. I've been through that all my years. Ouch. Yeah, you should know the word ouch, little snoozy. But in case if you didn't notice, I guess that's all I have to say to you. I really don't know why I called all you in, except for a very important meeting. You actually emailed us for an important meeting. And it's like 9 in the morning. So, you got places to be or what? No, I'm just saying you just randomly called us here to listen to a story that you were told and your younger self. Huh. Well, I guess we should be, also to be reminding you that, December is coming up. So, as most of you know, the holidays are coming up. So that means you guys get a week off. We'll see how that goes. We don't take weeks off. I mean, it's just like any other normal day. Oh, yeah, that's right. How does this guy even become a guild master anyways? And now he's not even a Pokemon. Like, we're supposed to be following orders from this dude? I mean, if you were a guild master, things would have been very different. I know, I would have to be bossing people around and kicking these losers out. You got a problem with that? Suckers. Raboot, I see you growling. Don't do it. Yeah, we already had enough trouble with these guys. Just don't make it worse. Yeah. Alright, everybody. Then I don't have anything else to say, and you're all excused. Why are you treating this like it's a school? I don't know, because it might be fun. Alright, you're all dismissed. Can I ask you guys a question if that's okay? What kind of question? Well, this isn't anything too big or too serious or doesn't relate to explorers or explorations or anything like that. I was gonna ask you guys that, when I was talking with Vaporeon, she said that this weekend is Thanksgiving week. Did you know that? Yeah, we have calendars, we have phones to remind us that this week is Thanksgiving week. Really? Huh. Well, I haven't been keeping track on things considering how much has been going on, so. But I haven't taken to notice that, everybody seems to be talking about it, though. Why are you acting as if this is the first time you ever heard of Thanksgiving? Well, would you look at him? He's a penguin. What's that got to do with it? That sounds racist, Mario. How does that sound? Okay, back to the point. Oh, yeah, so, you don't suppose you guys aren't doing anything special for Thanksgiving, right? 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 No. I have heard of Thanksgiving. It's just that, I really don't actually have a lot of people that I spend with Thanksgiving. What about your family? They don't come to visit me on Thanksgiving. I once had a girlfriend, but she ended up throwing a Dundee at my table. What? Never mind, that's supposed to be some kind of reference. Never mind. All I'm saying is that if you guys are free for Thanksgiving, would you consider to coming over to my house to, you know, watch the football games or whatever they do on Thanksgiving? So you mean by going over to your house and spending Thanksgiving with you? Exactly. I mean, you guys haven't seen my house, so I guess it would be an opportunity to come and visit me, right? Well, we are... What are you doing? Chip, I got this. Well, Mr. Penguin, well, the offer is appreciated, and we would love to spend Thanksgiving with you. It's just that, my brother already had plans for us already. Oh, so you guys do have plans? Yeah, he ended up, coming up with this yesterday, and we all agreed to, and we also said that there were going to be no changes, right? Yeah, of course. So, while we would actually, go to have Thanksgiving with you, it's just that we have Thanksgiving with our friends, so we would have to pass out on the opportunity. Oh, I see. I guess that makes sense. I mean, families do spend time with families together, so do friends. And I don't want to pull you guys apart if that's what it is. You know, those stupid crows. Wait, when did Luigi ever said that all of us are supposed to stay together for Thanksgiving? I don't remember saying that. Are you guys just trying to say this so that way you don't go to Mr. Penguin's house? Or is that because you guys hate him? No, I just jumped in because Mario was talking. Well, Luigi did say that we are going to spend Thanksgiving together as a family, so... Yeah, but Mr. Penguin offered a nice, you know, to invite us over to his house for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think we should just tell Luigi that we were invited to somebody else's house. You can't say somebody else's house, because that brings in the suspicions. You know, Mario, I don't know why you decided to just call up Mr. Penguin and just tell him that we weren't available. I mean, yeah, Luigi did say we were going to do stuff together, but, you know, it wouldn't hurt just to just tell him that, oh, we're just going to spend time at Mr. Penguin's house. That's it. I actually have a better idea, if that's okay. Why don't you invite your brother over to my house for Thanksgiving? What? Yeah, and you have a little brother, right? Yeah, uh-huh. And then you have a bunch of animatronic friends that I don't know how you got. Are you mechanics? No. Okay. And what about your little mouse friend with no tail? And that woodpecker that annoys me a lot. Jasper annoys you? Well, he did came over one time and almost destroyed my sculpture. I built that for so long. Maybe if you just used something else instead of wood, he would have done that on purpose. And then you have the rest of the, there's a Rowlet in your team, right? Never mind. All I'm saying is that maybe you should tell your friends and invite them over to come to my house for Thanksgiving. So you want us to invite our friends, the same friends that we were planning to do Thanksgiving with, over to your place. Exactly. Well, we would have to ask them. Or, Mr. Penguin, we could just invite you over to our house to spend Thanksgiving. I mean, if you so desperately want to spend Thanksgiving with us, we can invite you over for Thanksgiving at our house. I would appreciate that, Pika, but I was kind of hoping if you guys can come over to my house. Why, though? I mean, Pika had a point. We could just invite you over. Why do we gotta spend Thanksgiving at your house? Because the house, he's lonely. What? You know, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving a lot, and it's pretty lonely. Didn't you say you had a girlfriend who threw something at your table? Well, yeah, but she and I broke up years ago. Well, months ago, actually, so... And I really don't have anyone special for Thanksgiving. I just thought maybe you guys can come over and spend Thanksgiving with me. I mean, I did offer first. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to. Kirby, why don't we just... I'm sorry, Mr. Penguin, but besides, if you guys can come over this year, I could come over to your house next year. Is that okay? This is kind of weird. He's just desperately trying. What do you think? Me? You're the leader. You come up with this decision. I mean, he's not really gonna give up on telling us to go to this house. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously we could just say that, you know, come to our house, spend Thanksgiving, but I don't know what to do in this situation. Maybe we should do it. We have to talk to Luigi and everybody about this. I'm sure they don't mind, right? I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, Mr. Penguin, we have lots and lots and lots of friends. Do you really want us to bring all of them over to your house? Yeah, I mean, my house does need lots and lots of people, so... I don't know if that's a good idea, considering where we are right now. If you guys know what I mean. You bring in the fourth wall? Nope. Bah. Huh? Bah. 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 What is she saying? Wait, Rabood, what are you saying? Bah. 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 Can you speak English? Bah. Bah. She's saying she'll agree to. What? You mean you're actually gonna come over to his house to spend Thanksgiving with? Are you sure that's a good idea, Reboot? I mean, are you sure that's translated correctly? Yeah. Oh, so that means she will go? Awesome, what do you mean you will go? I mean, we don't have a choice, right? I mean, well, maybe. Maybe? Look, just contact your brother and see if it's okay if, you all can spend Thanksgiving in my house, please. I would really, really want this so badly. It would be nice to have a lovely family to spend at my house for Thanksgiving for once. So, what do you say? I'll talk to Luigi about it, okay? And we'll see. Okay, you'll contact me tomorrow, right? Yes, tomorrow. Thank you so much. Okay, you don't need to do that. Okay, sorry. Yippee! Well, that was, Raboot, I'm surprised you spoke up and, not in that serious way. Bah, bah, bah. She said we were taking too long, she wanted to go home. What are we gonna do? Well, we could just tell Luigi about what happened. Okay, well, yeah, but what do you think he will say? Let's just do what we have to do and see what Luigi says, okay? And then we can ask everybody. Fine. Well, that escalated quickly. Free invitations to Mr. Penguin's house? That sounds a little bit interesting if you ask me. Interesting? You find that to be interesting, Darlixa? I don't know, like, who else would actually want to invite a bunch of people over to his or her house to spend Thanksgiving with? She's got a point. So, Mr. Penguin actually wants you guys to come over to his house to spend Thanksgiving with? Not just us. He wants all of us to spend Thanksgiving with him at his house. Why, though? I don't know. He just wants to, right? Yeah. That draws suspicious. Yeah, like, saying something like that, you know it's gonna get you into trouble, Mario. What do you mean? Haven't you seen it in movies? Like, when the guy purposely drags you over to his mansion, and then he commits a murder. We're gonna die because of him saying stupid stuff about, oh, my house is lonely, my mansion, it needs people because it's supposed to have people over. And then, boom, he kills someone. Where are you referring to as? Haven't you played the game, Clue? I mean, I don't like the idea of going to someone's house, but I gotta agree with the Toad on that. How does that compare to, like, what you said? What Toad said? I don't know, it's just like, what kind of person would want to invite their own random people over to his house? But we're not random people. He doesn't even know me. He says he knows a Rowlet. Well, I never met him face to face, so you have, remember? That was months ago, that doesn't count. That does count. Well, what I'm saying is that it just draws suspicious. I'm not gonna get murdered on Thanksgiving, okay? I just want to end this year off perfect instead of having those stupid commotions. Well, that's only Yellow Toad's opinion. What do you think, Luigi? We're only asking you because, well, Mr. Penguin wants us to go, but when we said that we're busy with you and you had plans, we were kind of hoping that maybe we should, like, ask you first, considering you came up with the plans. I mean, if Mr. Penguin wants to spend Thanksgiving with you guys, by all means, he's free to. He can anytime spend Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any holidays with us. I just don't get of why he wants to randomly invite, or just invite everybody over to his house for. Yeah, I agree with Luigi. Like, it does, like, I mean, he said he wanted you guys over, but you told him you guys had plans with us, and then suddenly he wants to invite every single one of us to his house. Like, you could always just invite him to our house. We're spending Thanksgiving at this place. I mean, what's the point of inviting everybody over to his place? Well, then again, have we ever seen his place before? Not me. I don't know what Mr. Penguin's house looks like. I always thought it was an igloo. Me too. I mean, you know, an igloo, cold places. Do you really think we're gonna fit in a small igloo? I don't know. Guys, it hasn't been snowing. Well, you know, you can always live in the freezer. Look, I get what Darlixa is saying, and that's what I'm trying to say. We can just invite him over to our house. Not a big deal. Huh. Well, I guess that's that. I'm gonna contact Mr. Penguin and tell him that, if he's always welcome to come over to our house for Thanksgiving instead. Or you guys can go to his place and we can spend Thanksgiving without you guys. I mean, doesn't he ask the other exploration teams to go to his house? Well, he only asked us. He didn't ask any of the other teams, did he? Nah, he didn't. He just asked us instead. Well, maybe encourage Mr. Penguin to come over, okay? See how that goes. 'Cause you guys don't see him tomorrow, right? Unless he contacts us today, as Mario left to go contact him right now. Well, we'll see what we can do. I mean, it won't be that bad, right? I mean, we'll wait and see. So, Darlixa, how are those whippy dates with your date Thunder? My whippy dates? You mean I'm just going out with Thunder, naturally? I'm not going on any dates. I don't know, you and Thunder seem very close. Yeah, to the point where you guys might even be dating. Don't be ridiculous, okay? I haven't dated since Luigi and I broke up. That was almost a year ago. Yeah, I'll take it nice and easy, and I'm just hanging out with a good friend. Wow. You don't even care about us? Well, the difference is that you two, you live with me. So, that's different than me spending time with Thunder. How was that any different? Oh no, you just shot us down, Darlixa. Gee, we can't even be seen as your brothers at least? I'm just not ready to jump into any relationship. That's all. Well, gee, the least you could do is just, like, I don't know, show a little respect to us. Hey, Candy, watch where you're going. You're about to knock out the tower. We just put it back. Oh, sorry, man. What? Jenga? Really? That's the best you can do? Why? When we ask you guys to take a break from Uno, you're doing Jenga? Well, duh. If you asked us to take a break from playing Uno, we gotta play the next board game ever, right? Jenga. That's not even a board game, but you know what? I guess that does count as a game, so. Since when did we have Jenga? I thought Sonic and his friends destroyed it. I thought so too. And don't we have more board games like Sugar Rush? Don't you mean Candy Rush? That's what it's called? I think you're talking about the app, but I don't think that's what it is. Hey Luigi, what's going on? Not good. I think I might have lured us into a trap. A trap? What do you mean by that, Luigi? What's going on? Can I have everybody's attention, please? And, Jenga can be stopped. We haven't even touched it. So, what's going on? What did you mean by lure us into a trap? It turns out that, we might be going over to Mr. Penguin's house for Thanksgiving. I can't believe this. How could something like this happen? I don't know. You're too much of a good boy to know that. But seriously though, how could this happen? Well, I don't even know, okay? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I went to go see if it turned on, it didn't turn on. Alright? And then when Luigi and I went to go see in the fridge about all the foods that we were saving for Thanksgiving, boom, it was all gone. Well, technically we did have some food and some liquid. Yeah, but the Thanksgiving necessary foods, they're gone. Like, obviously someone must have eaten them all. Well, I do point to 2 suspects. Are you seriously blaming us for this? I mean, you do have big appetites, and we could blame it on Kirby again. Yeah, Kirby, did you eat all the Thanksgiving food again? No, I didn't. Like, I know I'm always craving for food, but I would never do that. Then I bet you it was Yoshi. It can't be Yoshi. He went to Yoshi's Island last night. Or really, what happens if he snuck in and just stole all the food? Or ate it all? I mean, he's the only one who has a tongue that can just gulp it down easily. I just don't know. It just doesn't make any sense of how the stove just randomly shuts down on its own, let alone all the food that we were saving for Thanksgiving to just vanish into thin air. So how does Mr. Penguin fit into this role? Yeah, like, how did he knew that the stove wasn't working? Because Luigi and I told him. We told him about what happened, and then he offered us to see if we can try to spend Thanksgiving with him at his house. That sounds suspicious. You said that yesterday. I know, but I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Oh, I see your point. What if he's a psychic? I was gonna say, like, what if he was the one that broke our stove? That's ridiculous. Why would Mr. Penguin want to come in the middle of the night and use our stove, let alone break it? Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, I don't see him doing that, but honestly, I just think the stove and the oven broke down because of how old it is. Maybe that's just that, or maybe someone is just overusing it too much. I have never heard of a stove/oven breaking down like that, let alone someone coming in and stealing our food. I mean, I don't know. It is kind of odd how they managed to, I just don't, it doesn't make any sense. If these were to come into our house, why steal food? Why not they just, steal, furniture or other paintings and stuff that we have in the house? Or even money? Why just come in here and just steal only Thanksgiving food? It doesn't make any sense. Perhaps maybe it was one of us that ate the food. That's why I have my suspicions on Kirby, Stitch, and Yoshi. Come on, let's go see what everybody else is up to.